We are going to try making maple syrup for the first time, which is kind of unique because we weren't planning on this. We just kind of did it. Right here is some of the maple sap that we've been collecting, and apparently it takes a 50-to-1 ratio. So 50 of these will create close to 1 of full maple syrup. So let's see what we have to do to make it happen. So before we get to boiling and showing you our setup, we first have to go collect the sap. So we have a total of 7 taps on various maple trees that we found, and today's a lot warmer, so I think everything is going to be overflowing today. Let's see. Yeah, super full.
Get you out of here, buddy.
Yeah, they work pretty good, and basically we can just dump it all in there. And just to show you how we set up these taps, we have the actual taps, and then what we did was we just drilled a hole in Sadie's old raw food containers, and we kept the lid on it. It actually works super great. It's not a lot of storage, but it works well enough. This one is our only actual traditional maple tap with the full-size bucket and everything. But honestly, our buckets are just as good. This one can just hold more.
There's another moth.
The moths are liking the syrup, eh? So in this little section, we have 4. We have 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and this one that we just showed you.
So full.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah, I'll grab it in a second. So as you can see, this is just 5 trees from one morning. We probably have 10 liters in it right now, which is a lot. So we have just a couple more to collect, and then we can bring it back and keep evaporating it. So we weren't even sure if we want to do this. We just decided to come out one day and just tap into a tree and see what would happen, and it was immediately flowing, and we got so excited.
Now it's our full-time job.
Yes, we're doing it a lot, which is fun. We're gonna see what we can get from this season, and honestly, we're kind of addicted already, which is funny. It's fun so far. We haven't invested any money into it, which is great, so it's a good start. So this is the end of our 7 trees for the first part of the day. So that's, yeah, we think it might be more than 15 liters, maybe 20. Quite a lot. So that twice a day is basically what we're getting. Now we're gonna go boil it and see what we can do. So this is our evaporator setup. It's just basically like a turkey deep fryer with the propane tank obviously attached and a hotel pan. And we just keep topping up the hotel pan to evaporate it. And it's pretty simple. We tried doing a barbecue. Didn't work very well. We tried, what else, Logan?
We tried it inside the house, but there's too much water.
Yeah, we tried inside the house. It was on a cold day, so the condensation inside the house of our tiny home was too much. And we also tried a camp stove with both burners going, which worked actually okay.
We tried on the propane burner of the barbecue.
Tried everything.
Yeah.
This works the best, but it does use a lot of propane. We've also just been skimming this stuff off the top, just from what Logan's seen. We're supposed to do that.
The impurities.
And yeah, do that every once in a while, and you see it gets quite a bit off. So for next year, we have a couple changes and a couple plans. We want to use some food grade 5-gallon buckets at the base of each tree with a lid and a small line connected to the tap dripping in. That way we don't have to collect out of our tiny little pails every single day, twice a day. We could probably get away with 2 or 3 days leaving it like this. Plus it's easier to gather. And obviously, as we mentioned before, we also want to make a more efficient evaporative process and cheaper. Propane is expensive. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an old wood stove and we're going to convert it into an evaporator for all of our maple sap. Okay, so it's been a couple weeks and it took us probably a weekend to boil everything down. And the result was of the first batch, this. You can see it's super dark and rich. And we actually probably boiled it too long on the stove when we were finishing it up, and it actually crystallized a bit. But Logan, how many did we get at the first one?
3.5.
So 3.5 of these for the first batch. And the second batch is this one. It's more of an amber color. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's so good. They do taste very similar though. And we also got 3 for this one.
3.5. Yeah.
3.5 for this one. So honestly, we got a lot. I'd say we boiled down probably 200 liters of sap all in all. Would we do it again? Yes, absolutely. Like I mentioned before, we're gonna do different buckets. We're gonna do different evaporating process. So we're excited for next year. And in the meantime, we'll enjoy some nice homemade maple syrup. And make sure to comment below if you've ever done this before, or if you have any tips for us since we are completely new to this. Let us know in the comments.